The defining characteristic of the Age of Empires is war and crusade. Battle lines began to be drawn not just over territory, but religion. A new sect, Star Edeni, began to rapidly polarize the population. Increasingly, multiple kingdoms united under one king or queen to organize against their ideological counterpart. The first and most famous example of such a crusade was, after the Purge of Agayatar, in which local Star Edenists were widely killed, the Crusade for Mankind's Soul, as it became known by both sides. The fighting had lost all trace of the civility that had been respected in the previous age. It became so destructive and brutal that the then powerful Valano Kingdom had to step in and stop the hostilities. It remains to this day one of the most violent events in Soul Atlas history, with over 30 million dead within a few short years. Looking back, I like to believe it was the traumatic experience that made mankind grow up with a terrible suddenness. Out of this particular crisis, the Immortal Kingdom emerged, turning into the geopolitical powerhouse, with Agayatar as the capital. Later, in the Age of Invention, the first stock marketplace and the creator of the Atlas's first reserve currency. Many other empires would rise up and take up the sword. The most notable conflicts were the Moor invasion in today's Moru, Amorea, and Halon Eru. This event saw the underground civilization, the Moor, expand their territories upon the surface. They ruled effectively but shortly, as their king died and the succession was poorly prepared for. The Castodia Unification Campaign is usually referred to as the Campaign of Fire. From the Fire Mountains, warlord Hanasan commanded his armies to take much of an area known today as Castodia. He instated as emperor his good friend Tarakan, whose lineage is still in control of Castodia today, together with the Order of Sol. During the Age of Invention, amongst others, Catomea, Catalonion, Asilantra, and Yatur arose as empires. War was terrible, as excavations into the dungeons brought to light many powerful magical weapons, and dragons were domesticated for war purposes. Fortunately, dragons lose their ability to spit fire when tamed. Otherwise, our world map would look very different today. In this age, the values shifted. There was the general attitude that the individual became less significant in comparison to his state as it expanded and turned into an empire. Some, namely the Immortal Kingdom and Castodia, became intensely patriotic, but most other empires soon started to feel impersonal and cold. The banners became so elaborate, only a few people could accurately reproduce them. The monuments were massive, and the bureaucracies rapidly became convoluted and bloated. It was only over time that empires learned how to truly leverage their giant size to push forward standards and innovation to the benefit of the whole world. This new kind of world order subsisted. It permitted more rapid population growth, and although wars and civil wars were more terrible than before, more effective ways to kill the beasts were discovered, more elaborate trade networks were established, and, aided by the invention of the printing press, more knowledge than ever before was amassed and distributed.